I'm Fornax, and today I'm just doing some live streaming of my uild gameplay. I am still marathoning through it, trying to get as many tickets as I can to make my legendary gear. So, more live streams incoming for the next few weeks, and there's an exciting blog post up. If you type in Google Guild Wars 2 blog, you will head straight there and you will see some amazing information about basically the roadmap for this summer, information about like granular things like World v World and alliances, where they're pushing the game to, what things they've already done, because they kind of reiterate a previous blog post talking about how they're changing the content cadence, and yeah, it's a really big one. I'm actually hi Anlin, hi Wallflower. I will be making a video about it this evening. I'm going to do a couple of hours of streaming. Then I'm gonna I've already, my very kind husband has already like recorded the entirety of the blog post, so he's gonna read it out and I'm gonna talk about the implications of it later. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of news to cover. 3,000 and odd word blog post covering everything from the Chrome to the World v World, to what they've done so far, to like new, I think, fractals that they've been talking about. There's a huge amount. It looks like a really substantial update, and I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, we've had no news for so long, and now 3,000 words worth of yumminess. Unfortunately, they're not planning on doing a live stream about it. I would love for Ruby and co to sit down and to do a live stream and kind of hold the community's hand and talk us through it. I would genuinely love that. But unfortunately, I guess fortunately, we get a massive blog post anyway. So it's pretty, you know, you get what you're given, and you'd be grateful for it.
That's refreshing.
Yeah. Let me know are you guys excited? Have you managed to have a look at the blog post? See what you think?
Respite. Recover. Return.
I'm genuinely, so I think a lot of people have been like fairly concerned. Gotta love the news. Yeah, I'm really happy. I mean, I think some people have been like genuinely concerned that because of the kind of, let's be real, Guild Wars 2 has tried many content cadences from like vanilla when they first released, and they had this idea to have like one-off content never to be repeated, and then they changed that, and then it was all going to be living world seasons, and then they decided to do expansions, and then it was going to be living world expansion, living world expansion, and then they thought, oh, we'll do Ice Brood and just have living world, see if we can do that, and now we're trying something else. And I don't think that they can be faulted for not being experimental in their aspirations and like kind of like risk taking. I think that's quite apparent that they've really tried to kind of try many methods to get the game out. Showing it. Oh, I'm showing my chat, am I? Ah, sorry. Capture. That should just pop the chat down. There we go. Chat's gone. Thank you for letting me know that. Yeah, my avatar's missing. I don't know that she adds that much. I think that it's great when I'm doing the vlogs, but I think when I'm just running around doing World v World, I don't think it's necessarily necessary. So. Okay. Nothing bad about just wanting to. Oh, thank you. No, I really appreciate it, Han. I have to try and respect the privacy of my guildies, and being a bit of a noob, I really appreciate all the assistance I can get from you guys. So thank you so much for letting me know that my chat was showing. Honestly, if I'm messing up or I'm doing something that you guys know is wrong, let me know. I appreciate that more than I can say. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so I'm super interested to see how it goes. I know that we're getting it. So the blog post says that we're getting one more basically big map update for Guyala Delves, and we will be and that will be kind of wrapping up that kind of story arc, and then it's onto something completely new, and I am incredibly excited to find out where the next expansion will be going. There's a little, at the very end of the blog post, there's a picture of some enemies, I think. Some enemies that we will be facing in the next expansion. And I'm kind of like looking at them, and they kind of almost look like elemental constructs. And they're very asymmetrical, and I'm like, oh, could this be something to do with like the realms of torment? We've got all that stuff with Kraukatoric destroying the mists. Could it be that? Could we be like, because if it's leading on from Guyala Delves, could it be that like thinning of the what is it, aether between our realm and the mist realms, and obviously there's demons seeping in Guyala. Could we be heading to a demonic realm? I mean, it's I really cannot wait to see where we go. Oh no, my OCD. Oh, I'm really loving playing with my guildies. They're really very sweet. Let's res some guildies though. Some people didn't make it. Oh dear. Oh, rubber guildie. I kind of, as I've said in a couple of my raids, my brain either wants to play Guild Wars 2 all the time, or I just don't want to touch it for a month. And at the moment, my brain is like full on, like wanting to play. So I'm really loving my time with Blob. If you want to join Blob, and want to join us on Pike and Square for some awesome World v World shenanigans every evening, come rain, shine, or, you know, world insanity, then yeah, do let me know in the chat, and I will try and arrange for you to get into the guild. And I'm kind of doing a bit of practice for the World v World run that's going to be happening on the 5th, just a few days away. Those are sketches, something cannot wait. Yeah, I mean, I was looking at those sketches, I was thinking, so could they be some sort of elemental construct? Could they be like coalesced, like void energy? Are we looking at beasts from the realm of torment? Are they going to do like an Abaddon revival? We've got the Oni, and we've probably got Kanaxai coming hopefully in the next release of the Guyala Delves. Is his encountering those type of demons gonna inform where we're going, or are they just going completely off kilter and we're going somewhere entirely different? I dropped we will have to made my legendary armor. Oh, well that's fair. I mean, I guess Wolf. Oh, shirt balls. I should be doing that. I guess World v World can be somewhat repetitive. I love the banter. I guess you have to be in a really good guild. And I'm super lucky that I've been in Blob for years and years. In fact, a family member of mine was the guild deputy leader for like so long. And I'm fortunate enough to know the guild leader as well. He's a lovely, crazy Scottish gentleman. So
Fury rising.
Seems to be gaps. Yeah, that does. So you know what it reminded me of? The gaps in the body on those images. It reminded me of the Utopia expansion armor. So if you guys don't know, there was a whole expansion planned for the original game, for prophecies and factions and Eye of the North and eventually Beyond and Nightfall. And they were going to do a Utopia expansion. I think Wood and Potatoes talks about this all the time. Sorry, that sounds like I'm criticizing. He was super looking forward to it, and it comes up a lot in his thoughts when he's thinking about Guild Wars 2. It's not a derogatory thing. And there's a couple of pieces of artwork from that marry quite well with the kind of disconnectedness of these constructs. So that could be a thing. But yeah, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Demons, Realm of Torment, Abaddon coming back, Coalesced Darkness, Abaddon. Yeah, let me know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm super curious. I'm going to have to do some research. I mean, honestly, the first thing I did was jump over to the original like Guild Wars wiki, which is still up and running nicely. And I tried to kind of see, does anything kind of fit? And I was looking at Titans, but they have a very distinct like tripod design, and I don't know whether they would deviate from that. I was thinking, yeah, I'm super curious as to what other lore lovers like me think about it. But those are the Guild Wars 2 models. Damn. They're actually in with the like there's a bushel of concept art for Utopia, and there is a horse in there. There is an actual horse. I mean, it looks like the meanest horse in the world. It's got like sharp teeth, which is quite scary. But yeah. Oh, they are coming. Oh, they are coming. They are coming. So I have to pay a bit of attention to what I'm actually doing. Gotta murderize the bad guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a lot of people. Uh-oh. Follow the leader. I'm gonna have to pay attention for a second. Oh.
My pet is mortally wounded.
Oh, okay. Let's Okay. Okay. We are getting out of Dodge. Sorry, I was having to pay attention to the chat then. World v World can be fun in short sessions, but yeah, it's too repetitive over time and just trains people to crush. Yeah, I mean, I think you have to be, especially with something that is kind of... Look, World v World is the least loved child, I think. I mean, you could argue that PvP is. That's a losing battle that everyone is as miserable about. But I sincerely hope, and I sincerely think that they're actually going to show some much needed love to the game type. I hope they're going to throw in some new maps. I hope they're going to make some content with the incredible like mount system that we have, because I would love to have a World v World map where you can use sky scale, so it's built around the creature, this like award-winning genre defining mount system, and World v World players just we just don't get enough of it. There's just not enough awesome in this game type. So I would love to see a whole bushel of new maps for players so that they can experience the sky scale and they can experience the griffin, and they could make it a fundamental part of how we siege and how the map works. But but please don't mistake my kind of hope and enthusiasm for any kind of like insider knowledge. I know nothing. This is just like the this is just me on my copium for this. Oh yeah, exactly. Can we have the siege turtle? That would be amazing. I would totally love that, but yeah. Most important thing with World v World for survival at the moment is a great team with competent commanders and everyone having fun in chat. Highly recommend Blub if you can tolerate the boomer banter, you'll be absolutely fine. Zoja will make her triumphant return as leader of the Void Army. Oh my goodness, okay. I quite like that. I quite like... So I was really sad that the voice actor, she did the guild and all that. I can't remember. Felicia Day, I think, is it? I was so sad that she wasn't able to. I don't know whether it was on her side or on the guild war side, that she just wasn't able to show Zoja as much love. I think it's such a wonderful, interesting dynamic. I really loved that character, and I'm sad that they didn't get as much love as they deserved and like voice time. But then again, I'm kind of sad about the original Kanak voice actor. I don't know why they haven't. It might be some controversy, and I might get into trouble for saying something because voice actors have been having a bit of a rough time. But I loved the Kanak's original voice actor, and I'm super sad about that as well. But not that I don't love the new voice actor. I'm a massive fan of Critical Role. I think they're amazing. I just think that they voice about 75% of all the male characters in the game. So that make him bank. You gotta respect that. But yeah, I miss the original one. The alliances will get the 20th. My God, Temporal. Is that your prediction? Oh, I hope it's a little bit sooner than that. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Well, there you go. Never mind. Death is not the drawback it used to be. Oh, yeah. I do know that Felicia Day wanted to return for the voice actor. Oh, that's such a pity. It's such a shame. But we'll see. You never know. This is actually one of the advantages of having shorter, more focused expansions. I know that some ESO players are I've got a little bit of PTSD with this kind of cadence, but I think if done mindfully, like watching for the pitfalls that can happen with that kind of content, I think we could get like a return to all sorts of weird and wonderful areas of the world. I mean, yeah, I mean, just think about like a miniature Tengu expansion where we finally go to the Dominion of Winds. Just that. We just explore their culture, we just explore their world. We just get to know why and how and the wheres and why-fors, and it could take us to interesting like islands, and we could like see the dynamic between the Kanthan Tengu and the Krytan Tengu, or the Northern Natirian Tengu, I guess would be a better thing. But yeah, person you don't like Felicia Day. Ah, well, look. Not everybody is everybody's cup of tea. I used to actually religiously watch The Guild. I absolutely adored that show. I found so much catharsis in it, so it kind of mirrored my life playing World of Warcraft. So, I mean, not with the like, oh wow, what are we doing? Oh wow,
How'd that feel?
Oh, ow, ow. Ow. I trusted you, Commander. What have you brought me into? Why? Oh my God. Where is... Oh, shirt balls. Wow. That was depressing. Sorry. Codex, yes. Why are you dressed like a Oh my god. I am yeah. I like the thing I like best about MMOs is that you have the closest thing I've ever seen to like equal objectification of genders. So you'll have male armors where it's just a sash covering their short and curlies, and you'll have like the most, you know, breath inhibiting like corsetry on the girls, and I like a bit of equal objectification. I'm all for that. And also for boring people like me who likes a bit more of a kind of modest, more less risque armor, you've got choices as well. What I would really love, and gosh, I mean, we're in the realm of like daddy I want a pony. What I would really love is for them to take away the gender locks on the outfits so that any character can wear what they want, what they're interested in. So if you want to ow. So that a male character can wear the feminine version of an outfit, and a female character can wear the masculine version of an outfit, and that way we get twice as much, twice as many outfits, more bang for our buck, and everyone gets to wear what the hell they want. I mean, why are we restricting that kind of thing in this day and age? I don't know. And embrace the fluidity and let people crossplay as much as they want. Oh, ow, 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 ow. Oh my goodness.
Not enough endurance.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Save yourselves.
Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Sorry, I've got to play a bit here. I am actually a support character, so I actually do need to pay a little bit of attention. And my role is to heal people. And if I'm not doing that, I'm not doing very much, because like I don't do damage. I just I don't do damage. I just if an enemy will die to me, it's because they've died of boredom rather than anything else. Oh, that was a mistake. That was a mistake. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Run away. Are you okay? Are you okay? Oh my goodness. Come on, Gildy. Oh my goodness. You okay? Got you, dude. I'm running. Up. Oh.
Save yourselves.
Ah. Okay, I'm gonna try and regroup with my commander. Okay. They are coming back and they are annoyed. We have annoyed them. We're gonna go and kill. I'm gonna go and kill their kata. I'm gonna kill their kata. Okay. Sorry. I want my you can have as many skimpy outfits as you want, darling. I support the skimpiness. I just think that they should unlock the gender aspects of all the outfits and let people just wear what the hell they want. There's just a button that you click on the side of the outfit. Masculine, feminine, dunk. Sorted. You can have whichever you want. At this point I would be... Nefarious, if that's the Lord's work you're talking about there, that would be amazing. That would be totally amazing. To be able to, like, especially let's just be real. The people who suffer from clipping most are Char with their beautiful tails and their glorious, like, clawed paws. They suffer the worst from clipping. Now, I know that Asuran players are going to think that I am ignoring the 3 toes that get bifurcated and chopped off. I am not. But I think that we can all agree that the gigantic helmets that you get do make up for that to a certain degree. But Char seem to be uniquely disadvantaged in this department. So, you know, gotta show the Char players some love. I'll take the clipping. It won't go any times. Look, I think that in any game there is a certain amount of inevitability that there is going to be some clipping. I just think that it's particularly sad. It's just particularly sad when one race suffers from it much more than the other, and I don't think anyone can argue that that is not the case for the Char.
Stand your ground.
Oh,
Lightning bolt.
let's try and stay on the. Oh, wow, that's a lot of damage. Oh, ouch. Well, oh dear. Asura got some issues as well. Most characters are human because they're the best. I have to. So, yeah, I mean, humans are the characters that are most played by any race of any race. So I guess it makes sense for them to kind of privilege humans, and if you look at like customizations as well, I mean, yeah, it's not as bad as in some games, but yeah, I mean, Asura could do with some love in the kind of like the facial dimensions. I feel like that there doesn't feel to be equity, but then again, you kind of is it about equity, or is it about serving your player base the best you can by putting the most resources into the races that are most played? I don't know. I feel like it's a balancing act. And I have never had to make any of these decisions, and I've never had to make like manpower decisions about this kind of thing. It's funny because I was thinking about this. So Preach, if you don't know, Preach is a World of Warcraft like legacy content creator, and he's a very good, amazing content creator. He is like a big fish in a big pond. And he's great, and he's actually giving Guild Wars 2 a fair shake. He's doing like Project MMO, and he's trying to kind of gauge the zeitgeist, the kind of temperature of where MMOs are at, how they're doing in the world, and how they compare to one another and how they compare to the big boys. Okay, and he's playing Guild Wars 2 at the moment, and he's kind of pointed out a couple of areas where he feels that the devs need to go back and they need to do some like work, because the new player experience is suffering because of a kind of a lack of consistency with quality of content. And so I wonder what you guys think. So for example, I know that the dev team wants to focus on content going forward. They always have that mentality. They want to look ahead. They don't want to spend too much time in the rearview mirror. But there's a couple of things that they've had to do. So they've had to go back and they've had to reintroduce season 1 because we have Bram, and because of just the massive influence that it's had, and because of the characters that were introduced. So the whole of Dragon's Watch is introduced in season 1. So if you don't have season 1 or you haven't played season 1, then you have no idea who these people are. You don't know why you have any allegiance to them. So they had to bring that in, and the community had shouted and screamed about it forever. Okay, but there's also, I would say, an argument to be made that they should go back. They should go back and they should actually redo the Zaitan fight. So they really need, and I say this as a person who might never go back and play it, but I'm not the target audience. I'm a veteran player, right? I've done Zaitan on like 7 different characters already, but having that poor an experience with a kind of like a almost like a genre defining like capstone boss, having that poor of an experience, I feel that is detrimental to the new player retention, because they're like, oh my god, if this is the kind of boss fight I can expect from Guild Wars 2 going forward, yeah, dude, I'm out, you know. I mean, all that build up and all that work and all that and there's a lot of fantastic like world building and character building and logical kind of progression of the personal story as we're building up our forces in ore, and for that to be the capstone is just crushing. It's a vibe of yeah. So I think that there were a couple of moments where, as much as I don't want them to focus every single resource that they have, and they could, you know, of course they could just do nothing but finesse the game that they have. I think there are a couple of vital moments that they need to go back and address just for player retention. So the Zaitan encounter, I think that they need to go back and they need to fix. In fact, I think that they need to look at and tweak probably almost all of the End of Dragons encounters, as in ending the dragons. So Jormag and Primordus, that's fairly recent content, but that does not feel great to play through. You know, Mordramoth, I like the idea of Mordramoth. I like the idea that while we're battling one, the body, somebody else is tackling the mind, and it's like a two-pronged fight. But I just don't feel like it translates. I feel like it would be better if our character was almost like phasing between the two. So phasing up and having some sort of big encounter on the top and then being dragged back down. If you've ever played World of Warcraft, there was a fight in, I'm going to say, the Well of Eternity, where you're fighting a dragon, and some of the raid is up fighting the dragon, and then some of the raid gets sucked into into the void to fight the demon that's possessing the dragon. It's Malagos. It's not Malagos. It's Kalagos. And I think if they did something like that with Mordramoth, I think that would give the players that would show the players the setup. Yeah, that would show the players the setup for it, so that they understand what's happening. Because I think that it can be very disconnecting, if you haven't done Dragon Stand for a while, to remember that the forces above are fighting him. You know, I don't know. Let me know what you think. But I feel like the dragon fights with the brilliance, especially of Heart of Thorns, it's a fantastic expansion, and some of the bosses on those maps are just epic. They really are open world raid bosses, and I just feel like the end fights, they just don't live up to the promise of the expansion. We have fights like demos, so yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Hi Inks. Hey Han, how you doing? Thank you for popping in. I honestly, that's one of the most frustrating things for me as a person who loves this game, is the fact that we know that they can tell a fantastic story. We know that they know exactly how to do an absolutely brilliant boss fight that is engaging, that's storytelling, that's a spectacle, that takes us on a journey with its mechanics as well. And we just don't. There just seems to be some sort of disconnect, and it makes me so sad, because the devs are so fantastic. They've made such an extraordinary, such a vast game, and I feel like there were just a few crucial moments with like putting the capstone onto an expansion that just kind of I don't want to say lets the side down, but it's just anticlimactic. It's anticlimactic, and it's kind of sad. So yeah, I mean, I loved Heart of Thorns. I thought it was a fantastic. I played it so much, so I wasn't even making content. I was just playing with Heart of Thorns, as I was just a player, and I played that game, and I ran those maps. I even like tagged up. I'd done it so long and so much that I was confident enough, and I'm super not a confident person, to like tag up and run groups, which is quite shocking for me. If you know me as a player, you know that I'm kind of like a hippie, don't follow me, I'll lead you to death type of person. And so yeah, I was confident enough, and I played enough of Heart of Thorns to actually like take people through some of the achievements. So yeah, one of the best expansions. And I feel like because I've been doing so much content creation, and this is why I'm actually streaming a lot, because I've been doing so much content creation, I haven't actually played this game that I love. So I'm taking the next like month or so to actually get my legendary gear, re-engage with the content, do the return to achievements, learn how to fly my my griffin, because apparently I am really rubbish at it, and just kind of re-engage as a player with the game. I've completely missed that part of it, and I think that's one of the downsides of when you have something that you love, when you do something that you love, your hobby, and then you make it kind of your job, and it can kind of make it a bit worse for yourself. I mean, I'm a spoilt cabbage for being able to do this as my work, but I just, as a player, I just want to reconnect with the game and the story. You play the story over 80 times. Oh my goodness, that's impressive. That is genuinely like properly impressive, right? My guild raid has ended. I'm going to see if I can find another commander to follow, and if I can, I might jump back into PvE. Let's see if we can hunt a commander down. I feel you. I burn myself. I'm playing the game hard for. Yeah, I mean, it's so. I don't know how many of you guys identify with this. So I have ADHD. Like, I think about 90% of gamers at this point, and my brain kind of works as I'm super interested in something, and I will hyperfixate on it, and I'll want to eat, breathe, and sleep a topic, and then I'll do it, and then I'll wake up one morning, and my brain's like, no, we're done with that now. No, we're going to do something else, and then I'll be hunting for the next thing. It'll either be another game, or it'll be a hobby, or I'll be making stuff, or I'll be like, my brain will just swoop me off to do something else, and I won't touch a game for like 2 or 3 months, and then my brain will like, no, now it's time to go back to that, and I have so little kind of agency over that. It's that kind of fixated focus. It's not good, guys. It's not good. Please let me know in the chat that I am not alone, because man, it's such a pain in my ass that. Okay, let's have a look and see how I am oh shirt balls, and now I've played with the, there we go. I have a massive screen, and so I've got the window kind of set in the middle. It's called Fun Zones, I think, it's something like that. Okay, let's check my ticket count. So I have 225 tickets. I need 1,095 to craft my next piece of legendary armorage. From here. No, not that one. There we go, yeah. It's gonna be a while. It is gonna be a while. Definitely not alone. You tend to play one game. Oh, you're a model builder. Oh, so that's really cool. I really love that. I have like friends who do the like Warhammer stuff and the painting. Oh my god, it's It's so beautiful. I don't blame your brain, your jelly for drilling down hard on that kind of thing. Wolvie World is hell to make legendary armor. Right, full disclosure, I am planning to jump into raids to make the heavy armor because that's like incredibly beautiful, but I've already collected, also apologies, this is my bank. Oh my god, look at it. Anyway, just try not to cry while you're looking at my bank. But I've already crafted enough bits and pieces to make 3 legendaries. I've just got to get the rest of the tickets. But yeah, this is the hell that is my bank. It's and this is after I sorted it out and cleaned it out and because it was just like completely full. And I mean, I've like maxed out almost the capacity to hold things. I've got 1,500 holding on most of my. Oh man, it's inventory wars is hard, and also, dearest ArenaNet, where is the sort bank button so that I can just press a button and it orders it into the things that it is? I would like that very much. Making the Wolvie World ring thing that keeps. Oh, okay. So you're trying for the ring. So how do you have such low HP being a fire? How do I? So if I got my build from Meta Battle, so it's probably me, to be honest, my friend. I've probably done something wrong. This is my build. You can tell me what I've got wrong. And this is my equipment. So I'm probably just running the wrong stuff. Okay, it's highly likely that I'm just... Oh, shirt balls. That I've just got the wrong stuff on. Your bank has 30 slots. Would you like a hug? I think that Pete needs a hug in chat, because if he's got 30 bank slots, how do you live like that? Are you super organized? I mean, how do you, I don't understand. That's just... You don't have the 6 runes bonus. Oh! I don't have the... Oh, what? Oh! What have I done? Oh, my dude, what have I done? How did I... So I've got Rebirth and Monks. Well, that explains it. Which one am I supposed to be running? Oh my lord. I should shut down the stream for shame. Monks. That's from the Wolvie World people, isn't it? Hang on. My god. Started the same build on Meta Battle for the buy round. I don't have the gear yet though. Need to work on that. It's... As I recall, because I think I made this gear about 1.5 years ago, I think it's a bit of a baller. And I certainly know that you have to about a bit to get the monks. Is it monks from the... Is that from the dungeon, people? I'm trying to think. My brain stopped working. I'm just going to be running around in circles until I figure it out. Yes, monk. Okay, let's go to Lion's Arch. Yes. Brain. I don't think I've got enough tokens. I don't think I've got enough tokens to get the rest of the monks. I will send you a bit. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Han. Also, hi, welcome to the stream. And what I really need to do is be like a grown up raiding streamery person and get the legendary runes, but one horrifically long grind at a time, I think. Where is it? Monk. Yeah, there they are. Well, 4 king shirt balls. I wonder if I've got any in my bank. Oh dear. You don't follow any pre-made builds because I like to explore. Fried, if you have the little grey cells to make like synergistic builds, then hats off to you, sir. That is not my forte. All my little brain cells are used up thinking about the story. I'm gonna nip to the mislocked. At least you can extract runes from the legacy. Yeah, you can extract. I mean, I think you can extract runes from any. I'm gonna say. I think you just need an extraction tool and you can get it out of anything. I seem to remember when I was doing the fusion video that like it set me on fire in controversy. I seem to remember that, yeah, I could grab those out of anywhere. Let's have a look, see if I've got any monks. Oh, I've got 2. Okay, I've got 2. Well, that's better than a kick in the testicles, isn't it? Congratulations, you've received 100 messages today. Oh, gosh. Thank you for chatting with me, guys. I like experimenting. You like it, right? So I have so much respect for people who can, like, spreadsheet the builds in this. I will often... So if I'm doing anything with the Lightbringers... podcast peeps, which is Jedburgh, Unity and Kroof, and Rookery, and Boots from World of Enders Boots. All of those people have like a massive like grip. They've really got their arms around the intricacies of the synergies that you need to play this game really well and make interesting and dynamic builds. Especially I would say Kroof and Boots are like amazing at that. You wing it. You don't use spreadsheets. Oh my goodness. Okay. I don't know how people do it. So I kind of lean on them so heavily. I know, yeah, he is super good. Actually, please, if you show Boots some love, because he's put up an entire series on all the adventures, and there are going to be more adventures. If you haven't read in the blog post, there are going to be more adventures coming with the new content that's going to be coming out this summertime. And he has done like a massive series. I think it's like almost like a how-to, showing people where the adventures are and like beating all the adventures. He's done a massive series, so please do show him some love on those. I don't think he's getting as many views as he would like, because I think people turn to him for his like fantastical builds and they're like, what's this adventure stuff? But perfect, fantastic content. He deserves much more love. Oh, okay, runes. Yes, I'm just running around right now. Okay. What am I doing? So that's got a rebirth in it, so I will pop that. Do I want to? Yes, it will. Fine, whatever. And then that one, monk. Okay, so I just need one, which is something that I can do. I can totally do that. Adventure King Boots, I will take a look. Yeah, they are absolutely amazing. I mean, you know him. He makes fantastic content. He's so clever. He's such a clever chappy. I always feel like the idiot in the room when I'm having a conversation with him. I was lucky enough to do an interview with him. So remember, I have actually interviewed Inks as well many moons ago. It was lovely chatting with you. And I would love to do it again, actually. And Jedburgh is wanting to do like a load of creator interviews. So, you know, be warned, he's probably going to be knocking on your door. And I was lucky enough to do an interview with him, and a question that I like to ask people is like, we all spend a lot of time in fantastical worlds, but what in the real world is like the closest thing to magic that you've ever encountered? And lots of people will say cheesy things like, oh, it's the love that I feel for my wife, and that's all very, very sweet, but it's a bit boring. And Boots was lovely, and he's like, oh no, it's the poplar trees. There's this like one type of tree, and I can't remember what it's called, and it's like an entire forest made up of a single tree, and I think it's one of the biggest organisms on the planet, and that kind of thing. And I loved that, because if you ask me like what's an astonishing thing in the world that you think is closest to magic, I'd talk about like the lack of causality in quantum physics, you know, and the kind of the different paradoxes that come up with that kind of with the quantum realm, and our just complete inability to kind of comprehend it, because our brains evolved to survive on the Serengeti and not understand the complexities of the uncertainty principle. So that's, you know, but I just love that answer. I'm sorry, I'm really waffling now. What am I going to do? Okay, let's have a look. I am going to... So I have been... I have been... Full disclosure, what I'm trying to do at the moment is to get as many legendaries as I possibly can so that I can make more videos. And I've been going through the return to events, and I'm trying to do vision, and I've got to do the Chalice of Tears in order to do Aurora, and I'm sure that many of you have already done these journeys, and you know just what a kind of a momentous task they can be. But yeah, also these are all my multitude. This is my legion of characters, the multitudes. Gosh, the Chalice of Tears. I suck so badly. It is deeply well named. It is. There was much salt as I tried to do that jumping puzzle. I got about, I'm not sure how far up I got. I got to like the second, or maybe coming up to the third save point, and I fucked up so hard, and I kind of threw my toys out of the truck and decided that I wasn't playing. I was like, I'm done. Only 21. Is it 21? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, okay. It's yeah. My first this is the OG Fornax. This is the very first character that I ever made. And I think the only thing that I've changed about her is her hairstyle. She is Asphodelis Vestris, my very first character that I made. And I did the stupid thing of making an elementalist. So, yeah, that's what I did for my first ever playthrough of the game. So as you can imagine, I spent like a great deal of time inspecting the floor, being dead, and people running over to me to try and revive me. But I do have some boy characters as well. This is my handsome, pimped out engineer called Eben Osser, because I'm a big geek. Looks stunning. Oh, thank you. But I do have some boys. I do have some handsome boys, and charsicles, and lots of elegant girls. Right. Okay, I'm going to see if I can craft another astral weapon. I'll see if I've got any... the downstate. Yes, the downstate was my friend. I spent most of my time, like 50% of my time, especially in dungeons, in the downstate. It's so bad. feeling guilty for dying, and I felt like continuous like carry me daddy on my Ellie. I was so the best of times I have the reflexes of an inebriated sloth. So yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of death and destruction. A lot of my guildies kind of dragging me through content. I kind of felt bad. Yes, Gail, yes, I am. I have been the albatross. Now they would never say that to me because my friends are really sweet and kind and lovely. But yeah, that's me. I'm also the person that if you're ever doing like guild missions or something, you should never follow me. That's like the rule in my guild. Never follow Fornax. Unless, you know, you're interested in it being to your death. That's the kind of vibe I have in game. Okay, how are we doing? I've got to. This is honestly, no. Hey. So I've got to, so if you don't know, when you're doing the when you're doing vision, sorry, I'm doing too many things. When you're doing vision, you have to craft a bit of gear. So in the vision of a Stan, you have to craft 6 astral weapons, and that takes 3,500 crocatoric ore, which is a bit of a ball ache to collect, especially if you're a bit of a noob. I'm newish to the game and was just curious on what your settings are. Game looks so much more crisp than I. Okay, so if you are on Twitch, no, not Twitch. Yes, it is Twitch. If you're on Twitch, you can, underneath the video, there's a section where you can see my game equipment, my hardware, and it lists my monitor and the internal workings of the internal McGubbins of my computer, the whole kit and caboodle, actually right down to like my keyboard and my mouse, and I have like one of those MMO mouses with like 12 buttons on the side. Not that I utilize them very much. Most of them are bound to my mounts, which is like sacrilegious when it comes to like gameplay. Anyway, but I can certainly show you the settings that I have on my, yeah, those are the settings. I mean, in here, you can kind of automatic, so you can like best appearance, but I feel like that's where my settings are already. So those are my settings. I don't run any kind of add-ons. I've said many times, I spent many years playing World of Warcraft, and back in the day it was only really playable with add-ons, and so I kind of shy away from having to do anything with add-ons anymore. Oh, take care, Inks. It was lovely chatting with you, hun. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. Sorry, I if you've gone already, I apologise. Oh, I saw that. Yes, that is so. I have a crazy widescreen. I've kind of, what I do, I use something called, I think it's called Fancy Zones, and it allows me to kind of set like different window sizes with it on the same monitor. So right now, if you looked at my screen, I've got my game in the middle, I've got OBS on one side, and with my chat, I've got like Discord on the other. Oh, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. And having that massive big screen, which was gifted to me by my husband because I'm a spoilt brat, allows me a huge amount of like utility, especially when I'm like editing videos. I can have so many different setups. It's great. It is not as fantastic as you think it would be for just playing the game, because the issue is that there's a lot of what looks like lens distortion at the periphery of the edges of the game. So some games are better than others, but you do get a lot of visual distortions at the edges. And yeah, that's that's the case. But very lucky, fantastic screen, gifted to me by my husband, who is very, very sweet. I've had the long COVID. Oh, I'm so sorry. Long COVID is a terrible, terrible thing. And real conversation here. I have a family member who suffers from basically long COVID, but from a different initial illness. And it's to do with the fact that the body doesn't seem to be able to get rid of the original infecting virus, and it kind of seems to be an ongoing trauma. And as awful as it is, as heart-wrenching and awful as it is that so many people have got long COVID, I think that because so many people have long COVID now, and they're recognizing it as a consequence of serious illness or just serious infection, that treatment will be on the horizon. So if you are suffering, if you are unwell, the research is happening. Hold on. Keep playing games, keep doing things that you love. Lean on your family and your friends. Lean on people in the chat that you want to talk to. Lean on content creators. And know that you're not alone, which is kind of called comfort, but you're not alone, and hopefully help is coming, and hang in there. Yeah, it's a pernicious thing. So here's the thing. I don't think a lot of people realize that one of the worst pandemics of history was the Spanish flu, and after the Spanish flu, I mean, it kept on infecting people for years and years, but there was a whole slew of people getting sick from other things, and I don't think that people realize just quite what a consequence these kind of societal events have on medical advancement. But you're going to see a lot of rapid development of treatments coming up, so you just have to hang in there, and and I sincerely hope you live in a place where you get the medical support that you need. It's a scary time, but it sounds facetious, but having a good, strong mental attitude and keeping your spirits up and finding happiness and joy in your hobbies and in your friends and your family is incredibly, incredibly important. Believe it or not, being happy, trying to keep yourself, happy and engaged and kind of mentally moving forward has a huge effect on your immune system. So hang in there. And know that you're not alone, and that, the research is happening now. Okay, I am going to... I'm losing my voice, and I've got a massive 24-hour stream on the 6th. So I am going to thank you all for watching. I'm going to, on that healthcare, mental health good note, I'm gonna end the stream. I will be back tomorrow with more World v World, with more Guild Wars 2 legendary hunting, but I think I need to rest my voice now before I start to sound like I've been gargling with gravel. So I am going to, if you are on YouTube and you're watching, I love you guys. I'll be back tomorrow. If you're on Twitch and you're watching, I am going to raid over to some other wondrous content creator who is playing Guild Wars 2 right now. So just let me open a window and let's see if we can find someone who is playing Guild Wars 2 who we can ship you off to show them lots of love. Okay, Teapot. How about we go to... Okay. Right, I have found the lovely Lara. And I am going to send you lovely chappies over to Lara, who is playing Guild Wars 2 as we speak. And many hugs. Please give her lots of hugs and love in the chat and show her as much kindness and understanding as you show me today. Okay, let's pop that into the chat and send you over now. Raid is ready to go, and there we go. Off you go. And bye bye, guys.